Hello and welcome back to Civil Trainers. My name is Shatab. So in this given project, as you can see, almost all the columns are failing, and we'll be trying to save all these columns today. Okay, this was sent to me by one of my students. We had a bit of I gave him some pointers and everything, so he has solved it to a point. But now I think how many members are failing? Very few members passed. I think 53 concrete members are failing, and almost all of them are basically your columns. Okay, so if you want to get your doubts cleared like this from my end, you can just become a part of our community. If you come and see here, Etabs Safe and RCTC, we have our content over here. Right now, 500 coupon is over here available. Just apply it and you can get a 4 soft face with the 5 years of access and my support like this on email and everything uh, for 1099 rupees. We'll come to this part later, but let's come over here and we can see how are we going to save this. The very first thing that you have to do anytime this kind of failure comes is to open this and see. Okay, so I'm seeing the topmost column, and you can see in the you can see here in the longitudinal reinforcement. See, in the shear part nothing is failing, in the minor shear nothing is failing, but in the longitudinal reinforcement you can see there are so many failures. Okay, off the bat you can see two things. One, most of your failures are in basically your earthquake conditions. Okay, earthquake conditions, that are failing a lot of stuff. And the second thing is the size of the column. Size of the column is only 150 mm. Okay, it is 150 mm thick and 600 mm in the length. So your question might be coming, sir, how can we just give 150 mm column, which is actually quite true. I think in my YouTube channel I have made a video on this uh, site with a 6-inch tall, 6-inch thick column. Okay, in the Bangalore side we do provide 6-inch thick columns. Okay, but in the northern side, like whenever I do a projects in Delhi and all, we cannot provide 6-inch thick columns because there it is an earthquake zone. Okay, so the very first thing that I'll do is I'll unlock this model. Let us go to the paint for just a second. I'll just make a note so that even you can remember and I can remember what we have covered so far. The very first thing is 150 mm thick columns. Okay, these are possible. Okay, these are possible, but only in zone 2 earthquake, zone 2 of EQ loading. Okay, basically Bangalore like regions. Okay, if you go north you cannot do this. Okay, minimum 200 is required always. Okay, minimum 200 mm thickness is required. Okay, this is given to us by the code. If you open up IS 1893 you will get this. Okay, and this is the very first point that we have to discuss. 150 mm thick column are possible, but only in zone 2 of earthquake loading. Okay, zone 2 there is no earthquake basically. Okay, Bangalore like regions basically minimum 200 thickness is required. The very first point. Second point is for G plus 2 G plus 3 projects. For G plus 3 up to G plus 3 projects, no need of earthquake. Okay, no need of EQ loading. All right, why am I saying this? Because already Bangalore is in zone 2. This building is this belongs to Bangalore basically. Okay, so it's already zone 2 and the height is just G plus 2. I think G plus 2 or G plus 3 project it is. Okay, I think G plus 3 project it is. So there is no way of providing earthquake loading for such a small project. You're not going to get any kind of drastic changes because of EQ loading or wind load basically. Okay, so no lateral loads. Okay, so let me just open this thing again. We have to go to define, we have to go to load pattern. Let me check what we have done here. So we have got self weight, typical live load, roof live load, wall load, floor finish. We have EQX in EQI. We don't need EQX in EQI, just delete this load directly. Okay, I'll come to define. I'll go to load combinations now, and let me see where is EQX in EQI. Okay, almost all of them have EQX in EQI. So let me just delete all these combos. Let me add new combo here. Let me make it as dead load plus live load combo. And self weight, we have self weight, typical live load, then roof live load, then wall load, and then last but not least floor finish. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. So we create one combination like this, and let me check this one. And you can see here there's a mistake done here. It is 1.5, but floor finish has been applied 2 times. I think roof live is missing here. Roof live load. Okay, so you have to check this. All right, like this. So let me just open this up. So GPSD project no need for click in this one. Third step would be what? Check your load pattern and your load combinations. Okay, it is very important because we just got a mistake over there. So we have done this much. Let us run the analysis again. We have to do this 4 to 5 times. Okay, iteration process is required here. Only then we can tell if it is coming safe or not. Now because we have removed the EQ from the equation, a lot of the columns should be coming as safe right now. Okay, let me check this. So I'll go here, verify members passed. and now half of them have become safe. Okay. One more thing that I wanted to check is, let me unlock the model for now. Okay. After unlocking the model, I'll go and click on Control A. Okay, you can choose whichever window you want. Click on Control A, go for this option, and click on View by Device Overrides. Okay. See, right now the option is available. If I don't select anything, this option will not come to you. Okay. So Control A, select everything, then do View by Revise Overrides. All right. Just mention this point also. Fourth one is select the complete model and go for View bar Revise Overrides. I think overrides are other thing. Overrides. Okay. Okay. So let me come back over here. So select the entire model first, Control A, then come over here. If you're not able to find this option, you can go for design, concrete frame design, view by revise overrides, you will get over here. Okay, select this option now. In this you can see current design, this one varies, it is there, let it be there. Framing type is ductile, we have to change it to ordinary. Okay, framing type, you have to make it ordinary. Now click on OK and let it be like this. Okay, so let me come over here. You have to make it what? Ordinary framing type, because we're not applying any earthquake loading. Okay, so this is the fourth step that you're going to do. View by revise overrides. You have changed the overrides. Let me run the analysis again. Okay, still 25 members are failing. So after doing that step, the next step that I'm going to do is I'll unlock the model, and now what I'll do, I'll start increasing the sizes. Okay, now the client is asking you to give 150 mm thick columns on your site, because you know they hide very well in the in your brick. If you just come and check this video out, you'll understand. Okay, but if it is not possible for 150 mm thick, you have to go for 200 by default. So what I'll do, I'll come over here, I'll go for define, I'll go for section properties, frame sections. So far I have got column beam of this one and column of this one. Okay, so let me just modify here and make it 200. All right, just make it 200. Let me just check modify by show rebar what we have given here. HYZ 550. Okay, that is fine. Click on OK and OK. Same thing here, modify by show rebar I'll do, and I'll make it 200. And this one 200. Modify for show rebar. All right, everything is fine here. So I have increased the columns as a bit. Okay. All right, then let me rerun the analysis. Okay, as you can see, if I click on verify all members passed, only 2 concrete members are failing. What did I do? I just increased by thickness by 50-50, that's all. Okay, but if you see here, like this kind of projections are not good. Okay, so I'm going to do what? I'm just going to unlock the model now, and I'm going to change the orientations so that these columns hide along the walls. Okay, it is very important to have a building which is aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so just select the column, go to assign, go to frame, you can go to local axis, and from here you can make it 90. Click on apply. All right, so you can do that much, and I think I'll do the same thing here also. Local axis, it is 90 already, so I'll make it 0 here. I'll apply it. Or if you want to keep it like this, also no issue. But if you want to hide along the wall, you can hide it along the wall like this. Okay, now click on apply and click on close. Okay, let me just do this, and let me rerun the analysis. Let me see what we get this time. Okay, so if I come over here, verify all members passed, we can see still 2 members are failing. But which are those 2 members? So I'll just show you how to select them. Verify all members passed, you do 2 concrete members, just click on yes, you'll select them. So right click then and click on show selected objects only. Alright, let me repeat the steps one more time. Come over here, click on verify all members passed. Okay, do you want to select them? The question is that do you want to select them? Click on yes. Okay, then right click and then click on show selected objects only. If you do this much, you'll be able to see what which ones are failing. So let me just right click over here, and you can see these are failing in 1. Basically in our factored load case, and they are failing in longitudinal reinforcement. Not only that, let me just go to select object type, and let me go to columns and select the columns only. Right click again, I'll do show selected objects only. What I have selected only columns, so all my columns will appear over here. And you can see the values are quite small. So let me just go to options, graphic preferences. Okay, let me just increase the size a bit. and click on OK. Alright, so the size have increased. Let me come over here. Sorry, not that option. Display design info, total rebar percentage. Click on apply and click on OK. Alright, so if you see here, how much are we getting? 0.801, 0.81, 0.81, 0.8. Okay, 0.8 we are getting. So we have to check every single column. See here, we are getting 4% here, 4.79%, 3.38%. Okay, one more point that I want to add here is, fifth point is after changing the member sizes, okay, check for the PT percentage. Okay, basically if you check for the PT, okay, for columns it should be less than 4% according to the code, but as per the site 2.7% is the max that I want to go to. Okay, 2.7%. I don't want to go beyond 2.7% because it will become a bit difficult for you to do your concreting if you go beyond 2.7%. But here if you see we're getting 4.79, which is actually not accurate based on the code, and if you see it is this column. Okay, 3.3 and all we are getting. Alright, even here 2.71 is fine, no problem with that. So if you see here, these columns are very heavy in the reinforcement, this one. Okay, so what I'll do, I have to open up my AutoCAD plan now and I have to check what is there here, where else can I put the columns. Okay, so here I think the student has done some reassigning of columns by himself, and if you see here we can do this. Okay, what we can do is we can put columns like this. The columns will easily hide in the walls, so there is no problem. They are not going to be coming in the living room or anything. Okay, so we can hide the columns like this. So I'll minimize this part, and what I'll do is I'll put one more column here and one more column over here. Okay, why? So that this 4.7% and everything that I'm getting, it becomes a little bit less. Okay, and as per the vastu we cannot have odd number of columns. We should have always have even number of columns. This is what we follow here in India. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 are there. I cannot make 17 columns, so I am increasing one more column, and it is based on vastu, so it's okay, no problem. Okay, your client also will not say anything generally. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll unlock the model now. Now my reasoning is I have to decrease the percentage of my column reinforcement. So I'll go for drawing the columns now. Okay, I'll select column 450. I think that will be fine, and I want to hide this along the walls. So if you have to check my this one and see, I can hide in this direction also. I cannot hide in this direction because my washroom door will come, so I can hide in this direction my column. Okay, so let me just minimize this and let me go for the angle, make it 90. Okay, and I'll drop one column over here and I'll drop another column over here, and again you have to check your drawing because your opening is over here and one more opening is over there, so this column will not obstruct the opening as such. Okay, you have to move it a little, but that's not an issue. Okay, hardly it will move 30 40 centimeter from here and here. That's not a problem. Okay, so after doing this much, let me just rerun the analysis. Okay, the columns are still failing. Maybe if I change their orientation they might not fail. Okay, so let me just click on this one, and what I'll do, I'll go for all stories option. I'll select this whole thing. What is this? Okay, just a second. Let me just reassign this first. Assign frame, local access is 0, apply, and okay. Alright, so let me just uncheck the model. So let me just delete this all stories. Let me just delete this and redraw them in all the floors, or I can just change them also, not an issue. But oh, check this out. The columns were not placed in each and every floor. That's why it was failing. Alright. Okay. So I have to select this Go for one story, select this option. Just do Control Z, select this column, select this column. Okay, replicate this, edit, replicate for stories, and which we are terrace floor, right? So it needs to go all the way down until the base. Just click on apply, then click on OK. You have to repeat the step for this particular column again. Edit, replicate, story, all the way to the down, apply, and now click on OK. Alright, now let me run the analysis and see what happens. Okay, so if I click on this and click on verify all members passed, all members have passed, and if I want to check the percentage of them, I have to click on display design info, come and click on total rebar percentage, click on apply, and click on OK. I have to just zoom in and check those columns now, and you can see they have drastically reduced. Okay, now my question is, do I need such a big column here, 600 column, or can I decrease the size of the column and see what happens then? Yes, you can do that completely, no problem in that. Okay, here 2.26, 2.40, so the value is still there, so I wouldn't decrease the size for this particular column, but this column, if you're not able to understand, just go for all storage option, just select this particular column. Okay, the column will get highlighted over here, then you can just come and check it. Okay, so 1.7, 3.8.8. So what I'll do is I'll just select this column, let me just unlock the model. Now we are trying to make the design economic. Okay, because you have increased the size of a column, you have added 2 extra columns. Let me just decrease the dimensions of this column, and let me see what kind of results do I get. Okay, so I'll go for assign frame section property. I'll go for column 200 cross 450, apply. Okay, and not just that, I have to change this also, because they are not sitting in the column point here, they should sit over here. I have to delete them and redo them, but again they have applied loads and everything, I guess, so I'm not doing that right now, but I would ask you to do it. Okay, all you have to do is just select this, go for this reshape tool option, select this and change the direction from there to here. Okay, just drag and drop it over here. Okay, and just make sure to do one of these and see if anywhere anything is overlapping or not. Okay, everywhere else everything is fine except this point where the beam is not sitting on the column. Okay, so you have decreased the size for that. Let me just rerun the analysis. Come over here, display design info, total rebar percentage, apply, click on OK. Okay, now I think the value is increased. It has become 3.33 and all. So let me go for all stories, select this one. Yeah, so I have to increase the size for it. So this is the process that you have to follow every time you want to decrease some column size and see what kind of reinforcements you are getting for it. So I'll go to assign, I'll go to frame, I'll go to section properties, and I'll reassign the old property to it. Click on apply and click on OK. Alright, so if you do like this, you'll be able to make your model safe. This is the steps that you have to follow basically. Okay, first you have to see the type of columns that you have given. 150 mm thick columns working Bangalore. Okay, but in this given project it was not working out, so we went with the code and we gave 200 mm thicknesses required. That's what we went with. Okay, we didn't increase the size too much. Okay, then again this 150 mm thick is only possible in which zones? In earthquake zones like zone 2. Basically, if you're not applying earthquake load, you can do it. Okay, if no earthquake, if no lateral loads, basically what I have mentioned here, no lateral loads are there, you can go with 150 mm thick columns. Okay, again just for G+2 or G+3, not more than that. Alright, don't go for 5, 6 G+6 projects with 150 mm thick columns. It will not work out. Okay, then what did we do? We checked the load patterns, then we checked the load combinations. Okay, and then select the complete model, view by revised preferences, overrides we have to check. Alright, then we have to check for what? PT should be less than 2.7. Okay, less than 2.7 to less than or equal to 2.7 should be there. No earthquake load, no wind load. small structures. Okay. So this is basically the 5 steps. If you follow, you'll be able to make any project of yours safe. And as I said, if you want to get your doubts cleared from us like this, just come and become a part of our community. You can even drop me a message on the app itself like this. Okay. Again, currently what we are having is we are having a 500 discount on this particular course. So instead of being 1000, I think 1599, it is 1099 rupees only. Okay. If you want to just buy Etabs and Safe, you can come for Etabs and Safe also. It will be 799. All right. And I'll be providing you, email support like this. Not a single email is left unanswered. So I'll be providing you email support also, and on WhatsApp also, I'll be answering your questions. Okay. So that's all for this class. If you have any other doubts, let me know. Again, there are a few things that you have to mend here, but I didn't do it in this class because I think the length is already too long for a YouTube video. Okay. So make all these changes and everything. All right. So see you guys in next class. Thank you.